Thank you.
Right. I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit, again, not that you need to model what you're doing after what we've done, but I just want to show you sort of how we have some of it set up. I don't, do you, Katie, do you want to go to just sort of our home page and look at some of our recent ones, and I can sort of talk through some of the things? I know. Do you, are you able to do that? There we go. Yeah. Okay. So, we have you see, we've got a mix of a few different things going on here. These are the sections up at the top, the transit time and ways of life, that we just started. Those are separate sections. But if you go back to the main one, there you go. So, we had some breaking news this morning about a museum in Uptown Charlotte. We got kind of a scoop on it, so we blasted it out. We sent our breaking news. We try not to overdo it. We do maybe, depends on the news, but at the most once a week. During COVID, it was multiple times a week, but that was kind of a big one. We had a scoop on it. We sent that out to the entire list. If you scroll down a little bit, so this the first one here, Party On, liquor sales hitting new records. Today's Wednesday, so we have our paid version that goes out on Wednesdays. And you'll see, right, not everybody can get to that. Now, the thing that we do, I think that's a little bit different than probably a lot of other Substack publications, is we also, in addition, on Wednesdays and Fridays, which are our paid days, we send out a free version of this. I don't know if you're able to get to that off of our dashboard, Katie, or yeah, we have a slide, I guess, on that. But we'll send out a free version of what we sent to paid. So you'll see. So this is an example, and this at the top will say, "Hey, this is a shorter free version that we sent to people on a free sign-up list." If you here's what the complete version had, and it'll give little bullet points. And then throughout the text, we'll say, okay, we'll do a paragraph or two, sometimes mid-sentence. We just cut it off. Say, well, you want to read the rest of this? You're going to need to join or subscribe to keep reading. So that's what those buttons are, because I think it's important to let your free readers know what they're missing. If you just sort of go dark, is my opinion. If you just go dark and just send the paid version to the paid list, and you don't let the people who are on the free list know what they're missing, I think I think that's helpful to help drive some subscriptions. And so we see a lot of subscriptions on Wednesdays and Fridays because we send that free version, and people are like, "Ooh, what's going on? I live in South Charlotte. What's going on with school assignment? And something's going on with school assignment in South Charlotte." And then they can't read it unless they're on our paid list. So that's one of the things that we do. And I know we talked a little bit about paid versus free content. I've talked about that with Hamish. You'll see. So we have also our Ways of Life newsletter. That's a section on obituaries that just goes to our paid list, sort of as an add-on. If you want to go back. And then, this is then Monday. Here come the Selfie Museums article on the trend of selfie museums. This was on a Monday. That's to our entire free. To our entire list. And you'll see we put it at the very top. We put, just, hey, here's what you're reading. Please forward it. And oh, does someone forward this to you? Do you need to subscribe or upgrade to a paid version? And we put that basically at the top of every email. And I don't personally like being annoying on these things. We are sort of in the business. I don't know, it's probably not good to think of it as being in the business of email marketing, but that's sort of the business that you're in. And so, you need to sort of think about how can you drive people to sign up for your free list, and then how can you get those people on the free list, to go to paid. So let's see, do we want to go through some of these slides, Katie? And so one of the other things I wanted to talk about is, one of the things that's a little bit different about running a local newsletter on Substack as opposed to a national newsletter is I think you really have the chance to do more partnerships and some meaningful partnerships. And so we've been able to do that over the last couple of years. We've got a partnership with the local NPR station. I'm on the radio every week talking about big business stories in Charlotte, a segment they call Biz Worthy. So that gets my name out there. I get people saying, "Oh, I heard you talking on the radio the other day." It's great. So that helps get the name out there. Next one. Local Facebook groups, I think, are a good way to kind of get the word out that you exist. We've got a connection with a Facebook group called Ballantyne Connection. Ballantyne is is an area in Charlotte. You know, you have a lot of professionals, you know, office parks, that kind of thing. So you can see it's got about 41,000 members, this private Facebook group. And so they let us post on there. So I had an article about development down in Ballantyne, posted it on there, and it had a whole bunch of feedback. So, you know, finding those Facebook groups and being strategic about that. You know, we had another story last week about something going on at the hospital related to newborn care. Had some friends post that, and there are all these moms, local moms Facebook groups, posted it in there, got a lot of attention in there. So I think try to use those Facebook groups that you can to your advantage. They definitely exist in your community. We've done some awards. We had the 40 over 40 awards. We just did the second year of it this last year, in which we basically took nominations and designated 40 people as our 40 people over the age of 40 who are making Charlotte a better place. And that was extremely well received. People shared it on social media. The you know, the PR people at companies, if we recognize one of their people, they would send it out in their company newsletters. It was sort of a good way to kind of get people's names out there and sort of get it shared. And again, what we're trying to do is, you know, you talk in marketing about a marketing funnel in which there's people at the very top. You know, people don't know that you exist, then they know you exist, then they keep hearing about you, you know, then they sign up on your free list, and then they convert to paid subscribers, and then at the very bottom they become your biggest super fans. And so we're trying to get all those things going at once, but really to get people to know about us. So we're trying to happy to get our name out however we can. Is there another one? Oh yeah, so this is, we posted the 40 over 40 winners on LinkedIn, tagged them all, and you can see I put some of the comments in here on the right. Oh, you know, honored to be part of this group. You know, people congratulating each other. So, you know, anytime you have a chance to sort of name people, tag them, you know, that's very helpful in getting the word out. We partnered with a local arts group during the middle of the pandemic. They knew a bunch of photographers. They sent people out to just get photos of what life was like in Charlotte during the pandemic. And so we called it Visions of the Not Normal. They ran it on their site. We ran it in our newsletter. It's a nice sort of content partnership. And, you know, they mention us in their newsletter. We mention them in our newsletter. And it's sort of like a newsletter swap, like you know, like you hear about nationally, but it's sort of on a more local level. Is there another one? Yeah, we teamed with a local drone pilot. We were doing a series on development in Charlotte. He sent his drone up. We did a series of 4 pretty cool videos showing these developments from the air with interviews of the developers. Called it Flyover Friday. We put it out on Fridays, and that was really popular. He promoted it on social media. It was sort of a big thing. Got our name out there. So you should have the opportunity really to partner with people in your community in a way that, you know, a national newsletter might not, just because you're in that community. And it's just sort of about getting in front of different people, getting in front of different groups. You know, I would say there's no huge growth hack. You know, it's just a matter of doing sort of little things smart every day. And I think if you go to the next one, let's see if we did that. Okay. Yeah. So it's a matter of sort of doing things smart, I think, and consistently every day. And the point I wanted to make here, this is our total list as of last week, about 8,800. You'll see that, you know, that chart, it's a pretty steady increase. There's no hockey puck or a hockey stick growth here. It's just being consistent, and you know, the content is really the most important thing. You know, we can talk about all these little marketing things, but if your content is not something that people want to read, it's hard to market your way out of that. And so I would just say, make the content good, figure out how to get in front of a lot of different audiences, do it every day, and do little things every day. And there's nothing that's, I think, in a huge growth hack or silver bullet that's gonna shoot you up the charts. I mean, there are a number of things that help. You know, getting mentioned by other media helps. You know, we've used various Substack tools. You know, I mentioned sections. We're now able to do sort of onboarding emails, which could send people, you know, say within a week after they sign up to the free list, we can send them a semi-personalized email that says, thank you for joining. Let me tell you a little bit about the Charlotte Ledger. Here's who we are. Here's our background. Here's about us. I mean, that's a feature that, you know, Substack just added in the last few months. You know, special offers. We've run special offers before with Substack. those are helpful. Those are some pretty robust tools. Um, anyway, next slide. And yeah, there's our list of the total paid. We have, it says 1974. That includes comps. Our total number of paid subscribers is more like 1,400 accounts. Um, and and so we have a high number of comps. If people sign up for our yearly plan at $99 a year, we comp them a second email address. It's a little complicated doing doing that and entering it manually, but it seems to have worked out. So and so that's a fairly high. I think by industry standards, it's about a 16% conversion rate that we've got off of our free list to paid, and it's a little higher than that if you count the comps. It's low 20s. So again, I'm just sharing with you what we've done. Your results might vary. Hopefully, they'll be better. But this is just an example of sort of what we've done. Is there another slide, or is that it?
I think that's it.
Okay. I guess those are the points I'd make. The other point I would make, like I finish up that last section, just that you're not alone out there. Stay in touch with other people who are doing what you're doing, because a lot of people, we're all kind of in this together, and they're not your competitors. Somebody from Fresno starting up a Substack, there's no skin off my back to help them out and let them know sort of what I'm seeing, and vice versa. The other thing, I'll give a quick little plug. I'm a member of the local independent online news, or Lion. There's a bunch of organizations that work with upstart entrepreneurs who are trying to build local digital media. So I would just say, don't try and do it by yourself.